Good morning. I'm getting a little bit of a later start than I should be. 7:45 here. We've got some beans that we treated last night. We've got to get cleaned up out of the way, and then we're going to go plant corn. The planter is all loaded up and ready to go, so it won't take long to get started. All right, that's done. So we've got beans over there for us to plant today. A couple other boxes are for somebody else. Let's go plant corn. Dad's fueling up the big tractor. I don't think he's going to field cultivate today because we're so far ahead and we don't have very much left to do. He's got some trees and some other stuff he needs to clean up. Rock's got the truck back there waiting to get in line for fuel. Let's take it to Berkey for the tractor down there. Get our pre-start oil check. We're in the middle hole. Maybe a touch low. We'll keep an eye on it. It's fine for today, but we'll keep an eye on that. Yep, this won't take long. So there's 46 acres in this field. There is a lot of obstacles, shall we call it, over here, and houses and sides and stuff, but we'll get through it pretty quick. All right, we're gonna stop and take a minute here, get out and dig just a little bit. Make sure our planter's doing what we think it's doing and doing it in a successful, good job. Let's see. It's always dangerous trying to find the seed while I'm filming. Oh, right there. Well, that one actually worked pretty well. Almost a touch shallow. Let's find another one. There's moisture there, but we're early and it's cool. And you want to put them down in the ground where the temperature changes are less sudden, I guess. Right there. Yeah, we're gonna deepen it up a notch based on that. We'll dig another couple rows. You can see some liquid there. That's from our in-furrow. It's sometimes in furrow and sometimes on top of the furrow, but what are you gonna do? Based on what I'm seeing, this one from the trench depth, I think we need to be deeper. Where you at, seed? This particular right there, well, that one's not so bad. 1 3/4 inches. This particular hybrid is one that we plant at a little bit lower populations. It does not like high pops, so their seeds are a little bit farther apart in every row. But yeah, I'm gonna drop everything one notch. So our depth adjustment is this T-handle here, and we're just gonna do that. Kind of rock it one. We moved it from this notch down to that notch. Supposedly, that moves it 1/4 of an inch. Oh no, it happened. It happened. The thing you guys were all super concerned about has happened. Got a rock stuck in a conceal. And it's not turning. It's okay, I can fix it, watch. Where are you at? Right here. That little guy. Did I make it? Nope. All good. It's all good. I fixed it. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. I mean, dang, I wish I wouldn't have them stupid conceals on there. That stupid rock getting plugged up and putting my fertilizer exactly where I want it. Oh, I hate that I have them. That's what I'm supposed to think when that happens, right? Well, that's not supposed to happen until tomorrow. I don't think we're going to get much here. Settle the dust a little bit. Wash some dust off my planter, maybe. Well, the rain didn't amount to anything. I have a new problem that has arose today. This row number 2, flow detection something. It's with the exact emerges are in furrow, and for some reason number 2, it's still flowing. I went out and physically checked, and it's still working. It's just not detecting the flow for some reason. So I don't know if there's a sensor issue. I kind of wonder if my starter product. It's a sugar-based product, and I wonder if it's sticky and it's gumming up some sensors. We might have to take some stuff apart and clean them real good with some water when we're rained out here tomorrow. Oh, so I've been watching my tank back here to see when we got to about the amount that my Xyway will treat, the number of acres and stuff. So we're about there. And so we're going to dump 3 jugs of this Xyway in here. This stuff is sort of thick and nasty and hard to use. I don't know. Just the application of being in with starter makes this stuff sort of difficult, because this isn't exactly a precise rate control system that I can get it mixed in real well. And I don't know. But it is a fungicide that we put in with the starter, not the in-furrow, the 2x2x2, that is supposed to protect this plant almost season long. I don't know. I did see some decent results with it last year, but I think it more so replaces the V5 application than the VT application. So we'll talk about it more, but I'm going to dump them in here. Yeah, I don't know about this stuff. It's very thick and hard to get mixed up. Gloppy. There's still a bunch of sediment in here. I brought water in another jug so that I can rinse them, and I still can't get the stuff all out and mixed good. You can see it floating in the tank in chunks. No good. Alright, well, I got that Xyway put in there, but I don't know. It's pretty thick, nasty stuff, and I mixed it up with water as best I could, dumped it in. We'll try it and see, but I'm contemplating sending the rest of it back. Last pass of this field, and we got this one knocked out. So we've got the one across there, and then the one just down the road. There's a little 9-acre piece. We're going to plant that, and then we'll go over there. We've gotten some more rain to the point where the road is wet now. This field's going to not take us very long, so we're going to finish it, but we might hold off, see what's going on or what the radar looks like before we start in across the road there. Yeah. This is unexpected today. You can't plant when it's raining or when it's wet. Fortunately, we're very dry, and you can still see we got dust, so it's not rained much yet. But if the top of the ground gets wet, then it gets sticky and it sticks to your gauge wheels, and that affects your depth. So that's what we're watching for. The second we get mud or dirt sticking to our gauge wheels, we have to quit. There's no finish the field. But we're just about done. You can see this is just a small field. We just got a little bit to do behind the house, and then one more round right here. Okay, we have got this one done. There is, once this loads, some rain in the area. And it's kind of what we've been in. So I think we're going to go back to the farm for a while and see what we can do there. Maybe I'll tear apart that one fertilizer sensor that keeps throwing codes on me. And we'll wait. If this doesn't develop anything, we'll come plant this after lunch. But we're gonna take a break. Look at that nice long fuel hose reel. I don't even have to be facing the right direction or the tank on the right side to reach it. That's awesome. They said it was gonna be 78 degrees today. We have not yet hit 50, and it's almost noon. I'm questioning this 78 degrees thing. Whatever. Anyway, it's still sprinkling a little bit. We still haven't gotten a lot. We're not out of the fields yet. We're just taking a break. So I'm going to go grab some lunch. It's about lunchtime. And when I was screwing around yesterday trying to figure out why my planter wasn't planting right, because the computer wasn't set right, I took one of the lids off one of the row units. I forgot to put it back on. So I'm going to go see if I can find it. I know about where it is. I'm just hoping I didn't run it over and break it. Doesn't look good. Nope, that's not it. Should be right in here somewhere. It's starting to rain more. We'll walk around a little bit. Found it. Not even broken. Excellent. Would you believe me if I told you it's less than an hour since my last clip? It is now sunshine, clear, bright skies, and the ground is totally dry on top, and it's like in the mid 60s now instead of below 50. So yeah, we're good to go plant. We're gonna, since we're here, I figure we might as well make sure we've got enough fertilizer to do this next field. We were gonna be a little short, I think, but I've got that Xyway in there, so we got to make sure we keep the ratio and the rates right. So we got 600 gallons in here. I need to do some math, figure out how much we need, but there's 47 acres in the field we're going to. Dad just made it back. He had to go to Berkey because Brock had a bearing go out on the disc. Imagine that. And he went down to help him change it. So, okay. So here's what I've decided. We're about a little over 100 gallons short in our 2x2x2 tank. Instead of adding to that and diluting our Xyway down, we have a second tank right up there. So we're going to put 150 gallons on there. And then when this one gets empty, we'll just switch. And then we'll even have a little side-by-side out there. This will work well. One of the things I said I was going to do, and I haven't, is label my valves there. So every time I start up a pump, I look to see the fluid shaking in the tank up there. Like, okay, it's going in the right spot. Whew. I had unfolded a little bit so I could get in there and work on some stuff while we were waiting here. I did check that sensor on row 2. We'll see if it matters at all. And I found another fertilizer hose that was leaking, so I put another clamp on. We'll fix that. We are supposed to be short seed in this field by about 6 bags. We'll see. The variety that I've got scheduled to go in to finish this field is the same variety going to the next field though, so that's good. And let's see, 26 plus 13 is 39. 39 and 6 is 45, so that's all of it. Then we'll just put the whole box in when we need to fill it. All right, we're getting end rows done here. Usually we start on that side of this field. I'm switching it up this year. We're going to start on this side of the field because this is a straighter line than the road over there. Has got a big curve in the road ditch. 2, changing this did not make that air go away. So I want to see something. So there's 2 rows on every one of these. This is the exact rate module. It's like a PWM valve that pulses and allows the fluid to go out to each row. This one going to row 2. I believe this is our problem, is this sensor here. I don't know that, but that's what I'm thinking. Whoa, don't do that. Anyway, there's another one back here for row 1. I'm wondering if I can switch those wires to make it think that row 2 is row 1, and if it moves in the computer and follows that. That's how we'll know. So we're gonna attempt to just swap those connectors. Not gonna work, not long enough. So the other thing we can do is actually swap the sensors. I was trying to avoid having to take them out, but we're just gonna flip those 2 now. All right, we flipped those, so we'll see what happens when we get back in the cab there. The other thing is, I just got a warning of a low seed tank, which we should not be low on seed yet, but I have a feeling we're just very uneven. Very uneven. Fortunately, I have a bucket. Fix it? Maybe. Shouldn't have fixed anything. It was supposed to move to row 1. Alright, well, that's good, I guess. Also, you remember how 20 minutes ago the sun was shining, it was warm? It's raining again. Can't win. Must have popped up out of nowhere because it was sunny a little bit ago, and I don't know. We'll be fine. The neighbor is putting in hydroson a little bit. I've seen one other planter in a field. Just when I went to go get lunch, there was a planter in a field somewhere. But other than that, I still haven't seen much. That one over there is Phil. Other than what we're doing, there's a fair bit of tillage getting done. A lot of guys are working ground. Not a ton of guys are planting yet. Well, we are quickly running out of seed. I knew we wouldn't have enough to do this field, but I feel like I should have gotten another 10 acres or so out of what was supposed to be in the planter. So, I think that's okay. I just used more of this variety. I did use more of this variety somewhere else. Yep, I know exactly what happened. I used it in a test plot already. That's why. Okay, I feel better now about what's going on. So it just means that when we finish the next field, we're going to end up a little bit short, but that's okay because the variety we'll go in after that is probably the variety that I saved, where I used this instead it'll be fine. It will be fine. But yeah, so as soon as we start seeing rows not planting, we'll go back and load up and keep moving here. The farm is right there, so while I could walk over there and get my seed tender and bring it to the field, it's just as easy to go take it to the field, to the farm, and load it. And we've got to fold up anyway because we're pulling that tank. We can't pull behind the planter, so I need to fold it up to be able to pull up alongside the tanks like I like to do. We're close enough. We'll just do it that way. Well, it says row 17 ran out. Let's see what we got. If we can even it up enough to get to the end or not. I would say they all ran empty. This one's got just a touch more and a lot of dust. I don't like all that dust. That's that grow pack, that Ag Explorer talc replacement stuff. They want it at such a high rate, it kind of builds up. So we're backing it down a little bit because that's too much. But anyway, gotta go get seed. There's not enough to even it out and get to the end. Somebody did a pretty good job placing the hybrids this year as far as getting the full season stuff planted first in the fields that were going to be ready. This is the full season end, and this box is half empty. We've got an empty box of 112, an empty box of 111, an empty box of 110 day, a half empty box of 110, and we're putting the 109 on right now. We've got an 8, 107, 104, 103, and 102 left. So we're getting all of the full season stuff in the ground. That box of 111 that is full and left down there, I know where that goes, and that field is ready to plant. I could do it. It's one of my very best push it fields, and the thought of even the potential of having to replant it scares the crap out of me. So I'm trying to wait until after this rain this week. Okay, we've got a full box of seed in there. So we're going to finish the field we're in. We should have the fertilizer to do it. And then we're going to come back here and load fertilizer and go plant the next one. I don't know if you can see it. Well, you can. See that dark spot in the dirt right back there behind the planter? That is where the chicken litter pile was last year. We had chicken litter spread on this. It was wheat stubble, and yeah, we used that as our fall broadcast fertilizer instead of synthetic or commercial mined fertilizer, potash and MAP. We put chicken litter on. So usually we have excellent corn behind chicken litter. So we'll see how this stuff does this year. But yeah, we're about up to this fence row. I'm gonna have a little partial pass. So how much? And do I have to fill it in, or do I just leave it there so we can work on the fence row through the summer? I don't know. It's gonna be enough that a thorn. It's like 4 rows. With the 16-row planter, I always said if there's 4 rows, I'll plant it. Now I have a 24 row. Does it have to be 6 rows minimum? What do I do with that? If it tapers down to nothing, we aren't planting it. In fact, it's leaning towards not planting it now. Yeah, in fact, don't hit the log. We're out. We're not gonna have to patch that in. That's good. I didn't want to anyway. Eventually that fence row's not gonna be there anymore. We won't have that problem. I just found one of those things that you always stop and pick up. Always, always, always. Fence posts. There used to be a house here. They had horses. We missed one, apparently. We have 1 round left, pass and a half or so, and my rear fertilizer tank just ran empty, which is exactly what was supposed to happen. So now we're going to draw that little bit that we had added, put in that front tank that does not have the Xyway in it. We'll have a little check here, so that is perfect. And just right as I was coming up to the end, said low rate. So we're going to close this valve, and we're going to open this one. And that allows the fertilizer to come from there and go this way instead of coming from there and going that way. Now we go in and change our product back to our normal starter blend so that the computer tracks it and maps it. And then I will also write it in my notebook. Done. Let's go fill up some fertilizer and go plant the next 100 acres. I think that's the right thing to do. I don't know. right, we need another 1,400 gallons of our 2x2x2. We've got about 75 or so on the tank there. We need 1,480. So we're gonna put 1,400 in and call it close enough. If we run short by 1/3 of an acre, I'll take the blame for it. Okay? So I'm mixing that up right now. I gotta figure out what we need for in-furrow yet. We've got plenty on there. Yeah, but we should be good. So, all right. So we're pumping 2802 in now, and we need 630 gallons of that. I've got a little flow meter there, so I kind of watch that. And then we're gonna need some of our zinc, quite a bit of it. I'll have to do some math. We're gonna need a bunch of our ATS, and we're gonna need some more of our 1034O. We should get awfully close to getting this tank empty with this load. 23 gallons of our zinc. So I have on my spreadsheet, I have all of this stuff broken down, how much we need. The problem is they're all very specific numbers, and like I'm doing 2 fields at once here, so you got to kind of add them together. So what I end up doing is figuring out, all right, how much are we going to put in total? 1,400 in this case, and then right here I have my percentages. Right, so the 28002 is 45%. The zinc that we're putting in is 1.67, so 1,400 times 1.0167, 1.67%, is 23. We were going to need right at 500 gallons on our pop-up tank, so we're putting that in. We need another 125 gallons or so on there yet, and then we will be ready to roll. Oh, you guys are behind because I did a live stream and I took up all my good filming opportunity. I didn't bring a GoPro. We are almost done with this field. I've gotten a low seed warning in one of my tanks. Hey, here, shut that thing off. And I think we need to even tanks out a little bit. It must be a little uneven, although we are going to be short seed here. Hopefully somebody's around to bring me some. Whoa, okay, that's the empty one. All right, let's see how much we got over here. Hopefully more than that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. How do I get so uneven? I have a scale and I still get that uneven. Weird. Anyway, we'll bucket some over and keep planting. We should get a fair bit of that field done. We got some cool stuff going on in the cab too. I'll show you that. Probably gonna have to do it over there. Okay, well, we evened the tanks up there and finished that side. Got moved over here. We got some endros to plant, but this shouldn't take too terribly long. The planter is working really well. Like, I am so impressed by how good this planter is and how well it maintains its performance. Okay, we finally got the endros done, and we're gonna do something really cool here. Auto track turn automation. Some of you guys have seen this before. I've played with it before, but it's the first I've used it this spring. I had it set up in that field. If all this works like it's supposed to, I don't have to touch the steering wheel. So we're just gonna hold the camera here just about like this, so you guys can see I'm not doing anything. And okay, seat bin's almost empty. I'm going out of that screen. Slows us down. It's turning us. It's turning us. It's turning us. Oh, it's so cool. Get it straightened out. It's a little aggressive on this turn back. Planter in the ground. Speed us up. Awesome. We're about out of seed. See how far we make it, and then we'll figure out how many acres we got left and how many more bags we're gonna need. Call somebody. Brock was almost home. I talked to him a few minutes ago. He's almost back with the disc, so maybe he can bring me some seed. We are out of seed. We've got about 15 acres left or something like that. It was going to take 6 bags of seed. I have 6 bags of a variety kind of left over, some opens and stuff that I had used the other day. Brock's going to bring those to me along with a couple other ones just so we don't run short. But he's going to take a few minutes. He just got back to the farm, so we're gonna take some pictures, ka-ching, and do some digging here while we're waiting for him. Oh, look at this! What an awesome planter! Just the whole deal is so freaking cool. Well, I got the good pictures. We'll do a little digging here. The ground is just perfect. Oh, right there is a seed. Not too bad. there. This is a touch shallow. Oh. I'd be shocked if we're actually shallow. Right there's another one. Yeah, maybe a little. There's almost a seed trench. Not too bad. They're right around 2 inches. Inch and 7/8, we'll call it. Brock came and rescued me. He gave us those 6 bags, 4 open and 2 full bags. We put those in, and we're gonna plant them. I also have 2 open bags of another hybrid that we might use to finish if we need them. I don't know if we will or not. We should have enough to finish now. So, did you guys watch Brock's video from yesterday? I posted it at 6 o'clock last night, which was an hour ago. And yeah, he did a good job for me yesterday. I wonder if he filmed again. I didn't ask him. Oh well. So this field has a big bowl here that has a tendency to flood, as evidenced by the floated debris there. But not nearly as, you can't see out that window at all. Not nearly as bad as the wheat field next to it. Yeah, there's a risk. There's risk that this might drown out, but hey, it's the best ground on the farm if it doesn't. And I don't know if can you see that? Dad's spraying wheat. He must be spraying herbicide. That's gotta be what he's doing. He didn't really say anything to me about what his plans is, and now you can't see anything. I was trying to make it so you could see him better. Focus. Gosh dang it. Let's see if he wants to race. He's probably faster than I am. Can't see out that window. Wash your dang windows. Come on now. He's right there. Oh, I'm sorry guys. I'm sorry, I've utterly failed. Oh wait, what if we try this? Nope. That didn't work either. Well, it helped a little, maybe. Yeah. Now I'm going uphill and I'm going slow. Can't keep up. He passed me. Done! Oh man. Alright, well we did 32 here. Yeah, I guess that's right. And I'm done. I'm not gonna plant any more until after it rains and gets warm again. So we're gonna head back to the farm. We're gonna try and get this in the barn. I don't know if it's gonna fit in the barn with the tank hooked up, but they're supposed to come tomorrow to do that pip, so we need to get it where it can be worked on. I don't need a bigger shop. What are you guys talking about? The train fits. That's long. That's very long. All right, well, hopefully tomorrow our pip goes smoothly and they can work on it as it sits. We'll see. I see video footage uploading from a camera, so that means Brock filmed something today. That's good. We'll see if we can't throw that in here.
Well, good morning. It's gonna be another good day today. I've got to go down to Berkey and finish disking. I have probably 105 to 110 acres to do down there yet, and then we're bringing the 8430 home. But I had to get some fuel, so we filled up the fuel tank in the back of the pickup and taking that down so we can finish. But here we go. See you when we get down to Berkey. Well, here we are. We made it. Just driving at the Berkey farm. Gotta go back to the tractor, fill it up, and then we're going right to the fields. We're gonna check over the disc and culpacker, but working good last night, so I don't expect there to be anything wrong with it, but we'll look it over and then go to the fields. Well, a little disappointed in myself. Finished fueling, just checking over the disc, rolling all the gangs here, making sure they all spin. Then I do this one. Isn't that supposed to groan like that? And get the strength of arm, but well, this bearing's out. So at least it's the outside mainframe one, so it'll be a little easier. But we gotta run back to Waldron and get a whole new bearing, get the tools to do it. They don't keep the tools down here. We need the 1-inch impact, the hose, and the wrenches. So back to Waldron we go, and road trip. Hello. We are back going. I went back to Waldron, got all the supplies we needed, the tools and stuff, and Mark actually followed me down so we could leave a truck down here. But I got more fuel to leave down here because when Phil comes down and plants, he's gonna need some fuel. So the black truck that's gonna stay down here has a full tank of diesel in the back of it, and the disc is fixed. We're going. We are rolling dust, which is good. The disc is doing a good job. We got probably 110 acres to do, so we'll get that done, and then we're gonna go back to Waldron. But for the meantime, 25 acres an hour, and let's get it done. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. That's a cop. That's like the second car here in like 20 minutes that they've stopped. It's kind of a weird spot. We're out in the country and the speed limit's 45. So I get how they can, drivers can be caught off guard, but man, these cops are strict here in Berkey. Well, I know I haven't recorded much today, but we're in the last field down here to Berkey. 15 acres. Already got about half of it done. But that right there, that could have put a damper on them, my day, a little more than it already is. Like a lot more than it already is. So we're just gonna move this out of the way somewhere where we're not gonna hit it, and keep going. But I'm glad I caught that. These screws are sticking right up out of the ground. So get this board, get these screws out of here. Here we are. We just did the last end row at Berkey. So we're gonna fold up and go back to Waldron. I'd say we did a pretty good job down here, get all the fields done in, frankly, a day and a half, 2 days. But yeah, we're gonna fold up and head back.
And Dad's just getting back with the sprayer. I'm gonna check in with him real quick. And then I got somebody down there loading up seed in the seed warehouse, so I should probably go see how they're doing. All right, well, I'm walking home because there's an extra vehicle down here. I'm gonna take it back and get my pickup here in a little bit, but go see how this guy's doing loading stuff up. I'm gonna get my thermometer out and go stick it in the ground just to see where we're at soil temperature wise before the cool down here, and we'll call it a night. We're in really good shape right now, assuming that all of this stuff makes it and we don't have major replants 3 weeks from now. We're in really good shape. We've got a lot done. We're not quite half done with corn, but we're not that far away from it. And we're well over half done with beans. Hi, bud. I'll be in the house in a little bit, okay? So, yeah. We have some exposure and some risk for sure, but I'm happy with it. So, who knows? We'll see. Gotta take some risks sometimes. That's why I don't go to casinos. I take enough risks as it is. So thanks for watching, everybody. Go catch up on the other stuff from yesterday. Rock's video, live stream if you haven't seen them already. We'll see you again tomorrow. Can I just say that this is one of the really, really nice things about this planter? I came back and get my truck. I'm not pushed. Like, I'm not stressed in trying to get stuff done and for time, and it's 8 o'clock. I'm going home. This is the third night in a row I've gone home at 8 o'clock, and it's very, very nice. That's why it was my wife's birthday present, because it means she gets to see me more. And what can be better than the gift of seeing me more? Right, honey? Love you.